Hello everyone and welcome to Battle of the Beasts All Generation episode number 91. I'm Adam and today we got two more beasts fighting out for a spot in round 2. So let's get right into this and introduce the beasts. So representing series 13, the Warrior's Road. One of the 3 beasts that made it through to round 2 and one that left a very brutal end to Blades the Ice Dragon. I am going to introduce you book number 4, Linka the Sky Conqueror. Yep, I have created an overarching story where the Series 13 beasts and a couple other beasts from other seasons and some specials are unnecessarily brutal with their kills. And Linka is one of them. And so is his opponent. So is her opponent. Uh, and representing Series 26, the 4... Yeah, I had to check that one. The 4 Masters. Book number 4, The Killer of Zirkon the Shape Stealer, I think. The Shape Stealer in the end of round 1. Don't know which battle number. 76, I think. It is book number 4, Kyron, Lord of Fire. So, yeah, both these beasts are fighting it out. I'll say both of them are brutal killers. Both had very brutal kills as well. But yeah, let's go straight into the stats. So we're going to start things off with Linka. At a distance, Linka might be mistaken for a sort of eagle with her tawny feathers, but the beast has no talons or even feet. Her lower half is a feathered tail covered in thick scales and ending in a stinger. By the time her victims can hear her shriek, it's too late for them. And stats for Linka, abilities is flight, natural weaponry, and resurrection. Resurrection is banned. Weaknesses are egotistical nature and inability to land. Alright. And for Kyron, I'm doing this with all the Series 26 beasts. There isn't actually a bio for them in the A to Z book of beasts. Same with Series 25 as well. Series 27, I just need to skip it. But for Series 25 and 26, we're just going to resort to the best idea I could think of. So with that, we're going to go to the stats from Kyron in the new generation tournament.
Deep within the fields of fire lies the Lord of Fire himself. Once a mystical winged horse taken over and fused with the evil wizard Zargon, now a fearsome centaur with wings and horns that'll terrify anyone. The strength of Kyron and the aggression of Zargon would make him one of the most fearsome beasts that Tom and Eleanor have ever faced. And let's go through now to his incredible stats.
Yeah, we're not doing that part. But yeah, that was the best idea I could think of, and thank you, Impus. But yeah, with Zargon's abilities, or Kyron's abilities, we got flight, enhanced strength, weapon mastery, speech, and magic. We also have heat and lava resistance as well. Equipment is the Sword of Angus, yeah, and weaknesses is bifurcation, which is split in half form where the 2 beams meet. So if Linka damages that point here, she would win. That's what it's pretty much saying. But with that, battlefield, come on, we know what it's going to be. It's a rocky terrain. Now, Linka, Kyron, let's get into this. As the chamber doors open, Linka bursts through the sky exit and screeches into the arena. Kyron, however, decides to just hang around in this chamber for a while, and with a couple stamps of the hooves, the ground starts shaking. Linka sees this, isn't affecting her, and then cracks start appearing everywhere, in which lava starts rising up. Linka, confused by this, realizes that she must be going against a beast of fire. But which beast? And then suddenly Kyron bursts through the sky exit, roars towards Linka, and charges right towards her, in which Linka swoops out of the way and goes to wrap her tail around Kyron's arms, bounding his arms to his chest. Uh, Kyron flourishes his sword and goes to slice at Linka's tail, which he just barely catches it, causing some of her fur to singe, in which Linka instantly lets go of Kyron and goes to bite at Kyron's wing. He lands, Kyron tears his wing out of Linka's mouth and then instantly punches Linka directly in the face and goes to swipe his sword at her, which Linka takes a wing beat back and goes to sting Kyron. Kyron gets stung by Linka directly in the chest, not on the side where the heart is, though, so lucky him. I used the wrong side, I'm fully aware. And after Kyron roars in pain, he arcs his sword and swings it to where an arc of fire comes out towards Linka, in which Linka batters her wings, singeing her feathers in the process, but batters it back towards Kyron, in which Kyron just takes it and it incinerates. The flame arc incinerates instantly. Kyron gives a laugh of enjoyment, watching Linka realize that she can't use his own powers against him. Whilst Linka's caught in confusion there, Kyron charges up towards Linka, wraps his arms around Linka's head, and then dives down towards the fire. Kyron sending the thought process to Linka, saying, "Let's go for a swim, shall we?" In the pool of fire. Linka uses her tail to sting Kyron's horse form. Kyron roars in pain and lets go of Linka, and Linka wraps her tail and her entire body around Kyron, and then does a couple of twirls to slam Kyron into the ground, into the pool of fire, causing a splash from the lava to come up. Doesn't hit Linka, and Linka is shocked and scared by the fact that she's fighting a beast which is evidently more experienced in combat, but also immune to the ground. Kyron bursts through the flames, laughing, saying, "You think that would kill me?" In which he swings his sword around multiple times, sending multiple arcs of fire towards Linka. Linka carefully dodges each one and dodges them all except for one, which nicks the end of her tail. She squawks in pain. Kyron uses that to his advantage, charges right towards Linka, stabs Linka right through her chest, and just leaves it there, holding Linka's head back, whilst also letting the flames in the sword burn Linka's innards. Linka squawking in pain, trying to get away, trying to use her tail to attack Kyron, but Kyron's using his hooves to batter it away. Linka is gradually feeling herself getting weaker as her innards are starting to boil and toil and trouble. Nice Shakespearean reference there. In which Kyron then decides that'll be enough, pulls the sword out from Linka's chest, and slices at each of her wings, singeing more feathers and damaging and breaking the wings. And before Linka can fall, Kyron grabs onto Linka's tail and sends the thought process to Linka, saying, "You killed Blaze so mercilessly. I'm only giving you the same treatment." And using his sword, he slices right through the tail, causing Linka to fall into the pool of lava. And before Linka does fall into the lava, Kyron also adds by saying, "You're my second victim which I killed like this. And you won't be the last." And Linka falls into the lava, in which she loses all her feathers, which incinerates instantly. She can feel her flesh and her wound, and the lava seeping inside her wound, starting to bubble at her blood and organs, and Linka's squawking eventually fades away, rather quickly I might add, in which Kyron is satisfied with his victory, comes down to the audience stand, taps on the rubble with his hoof, and the lava seeps away, leaving a charred corpse of Linka, in which Kyron makes his way down to the charred corpse, sees where Linka's skull is, and lifting one hoof, smashes it instantly. Makes his way back to his chamber, ready for round 3. So that Linka has lost, Kyron has won. If you think Linka should have won, please in the comments below why you think that. However, my word's final and Kyron's moving on to the next round. Yeah, Kyron is another brutal killer. So I believe Malik's is as well. So most of Series 26. Half. I think Technos is one as well, but I'm not entirely, not entirely sure on that one. But yeah, I knew Series 13 had the most brutal killers, and of course, with the matchups, I'm a bit upset that I can't extend that arc, I guess, onwards through to round 3 with all 3 of those beasts. Hopefully I can do it with just the other 2, but I don't know if I can. But yeah, so Kyron won for the simple reason, more combat experience and fire. Linka only had a poisonous stinger at the end of her tail, and that's everything she had. So there was really no chance that Linka was winning there. But with that, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification button below, and I'll see you next time.